This is Brighton TV and this is the match preview for Brighton vs Leeds. And in our last game against City, we had an outstanding performance, and when you compare it to the Newport game, it looked like two completely different teams, and we ended up limiting City, and we were going on the counter-attack quite a lot. And what we need to do is improve the final ball, and we did it too many times against City where we went into threatening positions but the final ball was too poor. Either the player was holding the ball too long and then the defenders were able to go back into position, or the players just ended up making a failed pass. That needs to improve. And when you play against a side like City, they don't give away too many chances. When you do get them chances, you have to take it. And some great performance from Alexis Mac Allister playing in that 10 role. He was able to go from the midfield and do so many good counter-attacking balls where he'd make the through ball, and it was Trossard and Taru who were the two strikers, and they were playing well at progressing the ball up the pitch, and Taru especially, who was taking on players, putting pressure on the City defence. But Trossard, on the other hand, I thought he was quite poor in his decision making. He ended up holding the ball too long, and for us to stay in the Premier League, I've said in previous videos that it's fine margins which have made us lose games, and yet again we've had great opportunities to go and get the ball into the box, or it will end up hurting us in relegation, and we need to make sure we get better in the final third quickly. And Adam Webster, he was great in centre-back. He was playing on the right-hand side and he was great at progressing the ball up the pitch, getting into the midfield and passing it forward from that. He looked like somebody very comfortable playing against City, and he had a great performance. And Robert Sanchez as well. Apart from one back pass which he ended up picking up, he had a great game. He was saving so many shots where it looked like most of other keepers would end up letting it go in, and Sanchez ended up saving them really hard shots. Foden's goal, it was just a great solo goal. He ended up getting the ball and dribbling past a few players. It was a great goal from Foden. And Leeds, they have a lot more rest for this game since they didn't have a midweek game. And the FA Cup game, they ended up playing a B team. So it's been about 14 days since their last Premier League game. And how their style plays, which is extremely high intensity, this will suit them a lot. But a big problem for Leeds is that Phillips is suspended, and he's so important in their system in getting the ball up the pitch. And Bissouma is back from suspension, and they'll be huge in us trying to control the midfield. And Leeds, they play extremely high tempo attacking football, and it pays off in the attacking sense where they force defenders to make mistakes. And that's where we need to be great in that regard. Don't make mistakes, don't pass it silly, since if we do, Leeds do capitalise on them mistakes and they score a lot of goals. So we do need to be careful of that. And Patrick Bamford especially, he's scored 10 goals this season and he's an extremely good presser. So we need to be careful of them types of players. And Leeds, what they do at the back is their defence is really weak and they make mistakes so often in the defensive zones. We need to make sure we capitalise on that. And another area of weakness for Leeds is their set pieces. Like us, they concede a lot from set pieces, and Leeds have conceded the most amount of set pieces in the league this season. And when you look at the players we have, we need to make sure we go and take advantage of that. And my lineup for this game, I play a 3-4-1-2, and in goal I play Sanchez with a back three of Dunk, White and Webster. And White, I think it's better for him to return to the centre-back position. He's really good there, he's comfortable on the ball and he doesn't make that many mistakes, and that'll be huge in us making sure we're press resistant to Leeds. And Dunk and Webster, they've been great this season. And in the wing-back role, March, who was rested for the City game, he played a lot versus Newport, and this will be a game where he'll be really fit, and it could be great in us playing him for this game alongside Veltman, and I thought he had a great game against City. And in the midfield two, I play Bissouma and Gross, and the reason why I dropped Proper is because Proper, I thought he slowed down attacks too often versus City, and sometimes he mispassed the ball, and that's where you need to go and take full advantage of it, and Proper didn't, and that's why I played Gross, whose final ball is better than Proper's. And in the 10 role, I play Alexis Mac Allister. He played so well against City. I don't see why it's fair to drop him. And I don't think we have any other 10s fit for this game. So that's why I play Alexis McAllister there. Play him alongside of a strike partnership of Maupay and Taru. And Maupay, he was rested for the City game. And he ended up, when he came on, he looked really energetic. And I think he should go and play versus the Leeds game. He's rested and he'll be able to go and take full advantage of that weak Leeds defence. And Taru, he's a player who kept on going at the City players. He's great at pressing and he's able to force defenders to make mistakes. So that's why I play him alongside Maupay. And my score predictions for this game, I think it's going to be a very high scoring game. I think it will be 3-2 to Brighton. And I think Maupay, Taru and McAllister will score for us. And for Leeds, I think Bamford will score twice. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Brighton TV and follow us on Instagram.